granted, I was playing a little further up tee, but I'll never forget we were on the 11th hole in Pinehurst number 2, and Jay's getting a number from his caddy like way back in the fairway, and Gary looks at me and he goes, I mean, seriously, what's going on here? He's 100 behind me. He's 75 behind Emma. What's going on?
Those two.
So, poor Jay was getting chirped for his length off the tee, but he was not. I do not think that I beat him that day. Definitely not.
According to Gary, you beat him like a drum.
Mm-hmm. I got the same report.
All right, here we go. Welcome back to Subpar with Colt, Knost, and Drew Stoltz. The regular season for the PGA Tour is a wrap. We are heading into the playoffs, but what a finish we had at the Wyndham Championship, where the Wake Forest Demon Deacon picked up his second win in his PGA Tour career. Michael Brennan, he's been so close. I feel like so many times this year, has really struggled on Sundays, but not this week, Sleaze. He came out roaring, made 5 in a row, which is?
That's the Pink Panther.
The only person this season on the PGA Tour to have back-to-back weeks on the PGA Tour with a streak of 5 or more birdies.
Oh, is that right?
He had the old Loch Ness Monster.
I know.
At Detroit.
Dude, they've been flying around. You got these Corn Ferry Tour scores that people are shooting 59 weekly. It feels like PGA Tour, they're lighting up. We're getting a lot of animal sightings out there right now. But a little Pink Panther on a Sunday with the lead always helps.
I love throwing the names out there, and Nance just looking at me like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Idiot. Like, the Sleaze is...
Yeah. Trevor goes, I mentioned he had the Loch Ness Monster, which was 8. And he's like, is that because like the tail?
No, dude, don't overthink it.
I don't know.
Have you ever seen a Loch Ness Monster? No.
99.9%
of people never seen 8 birdies in a row.
Yeah.
That's how it gets more rare.
I think you need to do like a little cameo on CBS when you come in and explain it.
I get hit, like when people do them, I'll be like, what is this? And I'll be like, oh, dude, that's the black-tailed ferret. Super, I'm going to just put a little list out. We need to make some, eventually when we make merch, maybe we'll have something that involves the bird streak.
What's merch?
I don't know. It's just a little side venture we got there. But Brennan getting it done. Tried to make it interesting a little bit at the end. Couple wayward ones, couple lefties. But God, dude, I mean, they talked about it a ton. You guys talked about it on the broadcast. Like, golf swing is just a joke. It's hard to believe this guy was like battling to make the playoffs after winning last year and just looking at it, you're like, dude, what's missing? And this is the 3rd week in a row. If you look at his results, it doesn't really show that he like contended the 2 weeks prior, but it's just because he's had heinous final round, 73, 74 on golf courses where guys were pedal down. It's like, 15th and I think 24th in the one, but he's been in the mix the last 3 weeks.
I think he was like 102 coming in. And if you would have told me, considering how much we've covered him on the weekends, I'd be like, dude, he's outside the top 100. Are you crazy?
And if you would show this like a college kid and be like, okay, kids, you want to play on the PGA Tour? Here's a guy that's outside the top 100. You want to watch him hit balls? And be like, I mean, it looks it looks like what you would build. I mean, it's just shows. I mean, it's tricky, especially since he won though so quickly out the gates. It was like, okay, it's the quote unquote floodgate stuff. It's like it don't always work like that.
Yeah, shout out to Adam Harrell, who's been his coach since he was 12 years old. Worked at the Jim McLean Golf Schools. They have done a phenomenal job. And the big difference, though, for him was the putting. For the season, heading into the Rocket 2 weeks ago, he was 126 in strokes gained putting. He was 3rd in strokes gained putting at the Rocket and 2nd this past week.
Yeah, putter was...
I don't know what he found, but...
enormous for him. We went through it. We were digging in on radio today. Really the only stat you can point to that's not good, which probably shows why his like final rounds those last couple of weeks haven't been great, is like strokes gained around the green.
Not a good
It's like 2 from the bottom, I think. And so, I mean, you get in the hunt, you get a little tight. What happens? You typically don't hit it as good, and you got to lean on your short game, getting up and down. And that's where I think great players hit it poor, turn a 74 into a 70, give themselves a chance. And, if you don't have that, he was losing like 3+ shots around the greens, which is a ton. But good news, too, like, A, you got 2 wins quickly on the PGA Tour, and B, if you're going into the offseason now, which you will be, if you see one thing to work on, short game, like, that's a pretty easy fix. You don't have to, I mean, not easy fix, but it's not like, hey, I need work all across the board. It's one thing.
Got another thing we can work on.
I know what you're about to say.
Pace of play, guys. We talk about it all the time.
They're flying.
Listen, those guys, Michael Brennan, Bo Hostler, we got to pick up the pace. Y'all were playing behind Tom Kim. Tom Kim is one of the slower players on the PGA Tour, and he was running away from you guys.
What's his thing? Operation 60? He has a name for it. where he's got to come up with like
Can't be
his
60,
game
it's
plan
gotta
and
be
pull
30.
the trigger within. Yeah, it can't
Operation
be a
40,
60.
I bet.
Is it 40?
40's the.
There's an actual name for it. It just shows like I'm trying to go faster, but there wasn't nothing quick going on with that final round.
I joked that 60 minutes always follows golf, and I said they keep up this pace, we're gonna have to change it from 60 minutes to 45 minutes.
Yeah,
we're gonna be cutting into their program.
Would have been tough sledding.
When you're the final pairing and you're playing behind Tom Kim or anyone for the most part on the PGA Tour, and like you're a hole and a half behind, I know it's stressful. Like, yes, it means so much to you, but that doesn't mean you just get to shut it down and put it in neutral. Like, you got to play at a proper pace, and that was tough to watch on Sunday.
Yeah, that was not moving, and I always give like benefit of the doubt. Final group, okay, but you can't play by a whole different set of rules. It's just, I mean, it's something we harp on week after week. It's the same conversation until something actually takes place. It's just going to be more of this, and it's. I mean, we've had some guys recently play really good wind golf that are super fast, and I was like, maybe the tide's turning a little bit, but it doesn't take a ton to slow it down out there.
I'll say this:
one or two guys
at an old school golf course where there's 2 par 5s, there is no drivable par 4s, and it's a rather easy walk green to tee. Like you're not walking 200 yards back. Playing in over 4 hours around there in a 2-ball. Come on, man. We're killing the game here.
There's nowhere where they don't.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like I said, till something happens, it's going to be more of the same. But
shout out to
Michael
Michael Brennan.
Good finish.
Yeah, for the win. But also the second straight Wake Forest Demon Deacon and second straight economic major from Wake Forest to win. Following Cam Young.
Third straight guy, 24 or under, third straight PGA Tour Ute.
PGA Tour U has got a nice thing going right now.
That's the best. I've said this a million times. The best change from all the stuff. As soon as Liv came, boom, everything changes. The whole landscape of golf. That's the best thing that came from it. Get your studs out there. Give them a chance right away. They're showing over and over and over. Like they're ready to go right now. How about Ben James, who like we don't even talk about in the young gun. We talked about Thor Bjornsson, Koiven, all these guys. Just shot. He had a 62 and a 61 last week.
Got a little stat on
from J. Ray. Yeah.
So let me read this to you real quick. Okay. Ben James is the 6th player in the last 40 years with multiple rounds of 62 or lower in the same PGA Tour event. He's the only one who did not win.
He's had multiple tournaments where he's played really, really good. And then he has like one weird day or 9. Like it was Saturday's second 9 this past week. He shot 1 under on the front, no bogeys, wasn't really making anything, but it was pretty clean, you know? And then he comes out and like bogeys 4 of the first 5 on the back 9. And all of a sudden they're going forward. He's going backwards and he was out of it. Shoot 61 the next day. But wasn't ever, in contention. But since he's come out, dude, played 8 events, 7 made cuts, like 4 top 25s or something. Like
it's just a roller coaster.
It's like he doesn't even get talked about, and he was the number 1 kid. I got on the points for the seniors.
He hits it so good. Same thing as kind of Brennan. Like the chipping and putting is not very good. And when he gets a little off with the golf swing, that's what makes, I think, the greats great is when the golf swing isn't there, they can still put a good number on the board. Ben James, it's been a little different. I mean, he had the lead in Canada. I know that was his first time leading on the PGA Tour event, but I think he shot like 77.
He has like one
Saturday.
pickup.
Yeah, so it's just he's got to figure out, and he's so young. I mean, the great thing about that PGA Tour U program is he gets to play all this year as well as next year, and so he knows what he needs to work on. Needs to figure out because look, there's going to be days over. Very few people hit it great for 4 straight days.
And very few people come out right out of college and like, I'm ready to win.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's why like Jackson Koiven, like they skew the standard a little bit. Colin Morikawa, when he came out, it's like, it can be done, but it's extreme. So like seeing what Ben James has done, and so it's like, man, that's kind of the more, you give yourself a chance, you mess it up and don't get it done. And then you get back, you get a little closer, and then eventually you figure out how to get it done. Just like Michael Brennan, like in his 3rd week, basically being in the mix. But point being, like that PGA Tour U, man, they haven't really missed at this point.
It's pretty wild for Michael Brennan, who finished 12th on the PGA Tour U, which got him PGA Tour America status. He won 3 times over there, got a sponsor exemption into Black Desert, and goes out and win. He's never played a Corn Ferry Tour.
Just bypass that. Skip that.
That's pretty sick.
And now he's got 2 wins within a year.
Yeah.
On the PGA Tour.
Also, he was the only guy to move inside the top 70. And shout out to Jackson Koiven, who finished number 70, had a stressful little moment there at the end. Shot 71 on Sunday, struggled a little bit, had to dodge a little bit from Kevin Yu, as well as Davis Thompson, who was trying to make a late push to get in there. Bo Hostler, if he would have won the golf tournament, could have knocked him out. But pretty impressive, man. Just 6 events. Jackson Koiven gets himself in the playoffs.
Yeah, 6 events. He's in. He's not in. Probably the biggest surprise, I would say Brooks. And we got a bunch of names that are not in. Brooks, Keegan, Jason Day, Tony Finau, like crazy long playoff streaks. And it's different. 70 is, it don't leave a lot of wiggle room for starting off bad or finishing bad. But Brooks Koepka, for me, probably the one that stands out the most. When he comes back, it's like, yeah, give him a grace period here. All eyes on him. First guy back from live, all the stuff. But as the dust settles, I think he'll start playing his way back into form. And just didn't really happen. And almost all of it's because Wade putted it this year.
Yeah, struggle
was tough. Hit it good enough to for sure be in the playoffs and probably win or contend a number of times.
Yeah,
Only one top 10.
We got 69 of the 70 heading over to a nice, cool, chilly Memphis
Friendly
this week. Daniel Berger, the only one not teeing it up. Not sure what's going on there. Hope everything's all right.
And he's been a beast at that golf course.
2 of his 4 wins.
Yeah.
All right, TPC South win. Rory was a late ad. Cool to see him going, but I'm heading there on Friday, Sleaze. I'm very glad
early,
to be in the Super Tower.
You should get there early and see the sights. Graceland.
The forecast Saturday, Sunday is a smooth 100 degrees. That does not include the humidity, which will be ridiculous. Yep. There's going to be a lot of swamp ass.
This is the ass sweat meme week of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Come and see you live. Heads up wearing khaki. The tough scene.
And I will say,
or really wearing anything.
Johnson Wagner and I are actually taking a little week off from playing golf this week because I think he says he wanted a little more time at home. I think he's tired of getting his ass whipped, Sleaze. It's 13-3 now. If the Cowboys could have this record, God, all would be right in the world.
You got to really want it to be like, hey, I'll meet you a day early in Memphis.
Yeah.
And go out there and we can bang it around. I don't know that it's worth it. Oh, I have good news for you, by the way. Completely unrelated to anything.
Okay.
In your house this morning, you ran into some travel problems, didn't do radio. I come up to your house, boom, get set up for radio, look down on the ground. Who do I see? The cricket. The cricket, the culprit, just came right to me.
I think that's just one of his friends. He
presented himself to me. He said, Father, I'm here. And I said, hello, Mr. Cricket. I took him back to your room, put him up in the vent where he's comfortable. I gave him a ham sandwich, said, tell your friends, party's on me.
Get loud tonight.
I want to see you rocking all the way through Christmas. Anyways, I found a little bastard for you.
Colt's been awake since 2:30 Phoenix time. Make sure you're real loud tonight. He don't want to sleep at all.
I never treated one more sensitive. I was like, hey, little buddy, where do you want to go?
I left on Thursday. Exterminator came to the house, put traps all over, sprayed everywhere. I heard Natalie said it had been good the last few nights, but she can also sleep through a rock concert. So I'll be judging that tonight, but I don't appreciate you not getting rid of that little critter.
I'm not animal cruelty, dude.
Okay,
I don't want PETA all over my ass. I said, here you go, little pal. Go up here where it's impossible for any hand to get into.
Where it really echoes.
And here's some food. Exactly. Here's a microphone. I need you on call at 12:30 tonight. So anyways,
thanks.
You're in good hands.
What a good friend you are. I let you come over to my house.
He was like glowing. It was like the Lion King. There was like a ray of light coming down. I was like, oh.
I still don't understand how something that little can make so much noise.
Man, he just came right to me. What a dude.
Well, let's make some noise in Memphis this week. Let's give us some picks for the FedEx St. Jude Classic, by the way, one of the great stops on the PGA Tour. So many PGA Tour players throughout the years of this tournament will go to the St. Jude Hospital. I've been fortunate enough to do it 3 or 4 times. It's tough. It hit home. They set up a little miniature golf course in the lobby for all the kids to go over there. It is something special. This tournament does such great things. And that hospital, I mean, to be able to allow kids, that are going through such tough times for them and their families to come there and have $0 to spend. I mean, there is no bill for these people when they leave there. It's really cool.
Yeah. It can get you emotional. Like them doing the shoes and painting the shoes and stuff like that. It's cool to see. Great cause. And
they do the bibs too, the caddy bibs.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah. I like it. So,
right. Well, let's get to the picks. As I mentioned, 69 of the top 70 are teeing it up. Scotty Scheffler is your favorite. But for a top 20, you only got to beat 50 or 49 guys, Sleaze. Who are we going with?
I like Bud Colley. Okay. Top 20 plus 200. Double your money up right there. He's had a really just like, I don't want to say it's like flashy, just like a solid season. He's got 8 top 25s. He's 34th in the FedEx Cup standings. It's been a great research. And this golf course for him, like he just hits it straight, hits it on the green, putter comes and goes a little bit, but I love the course setup for him too. So Bud Colley plus 200, top 20. Come on down. Let's go, Big Bud.
This golf course, it was so much better, I thought, when they played it late May, early June. You got some wind. It got bouncing.
Bouncy.
I mean, there's been years when 10 under par has one there. This time of year, look, I mentioned 100 degrees. It's going to be soft. It's Zoysia. It's a ball striker's golf course, but I still expect a lot of low numbers And it should be a good fit for Bud. And I believe it should be a good fit for our man Hideki Matsuyama, who is rolling right now. 3 straight top 10s. First time he's done that since 2016, back in the fall. You can get him in a top 10 at plus 200 as well.
He's been knocking on the door. Did you see the flop shot he hit from short side?
Playing with Joel.
6 inches into the front, has to stop it there, trickle on, rolls down to 2 feet, and Joel's getting ready to chip from the front of the green and just like turns and laughs. That was such a great guy. Texted Joel. He's like, dude, I mean, it's literally the best shot I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, he's going right now. Kind of quietly too, like playing really good golf, just hadn't picked up a win, but trending.
Yeah, Hideki he's finding it, and that flop shot was absurd. For our winner this week,
why not?
20-1. Listen, I mean, it's gonna be hotter than hell, but no one's cooler than Tommy Fleetwood. As I mentioned, Ball Strikers Golf Course, he's as good as they get. Picked up that win at the Tour Championship last year. Why not just go ahead and win back-to-back playoff events on the PGA Tour?
Hard pressed to find a better iron player out there, a guy that drives it straighter. I mean, perfect setup for him, and yeah, poised to make a run. Back-to-back ain't cheating.
It's going to be nice and cool there. Johnson Wagner, you
I'm
better
jealous.
hydrate, bud.
I'm super jealous of you. I wish I could be there. I got this thing. I got a bad back.
Yeah.
Can't move, really.
All right. Well, you'll be watching on TV in the AC.
Yeah, no
Just
question.
text Johnson how cold it is in your room.
Dude, it's got a hoodie on. It's frigid here in Scottsdale.
All right. Well, our interview this week, we are actually joining her as part of Blue Run Spirits. Okay. Big shout out to Blue Run Spirits. Golf has a funny way of making you earn everything. Sometimes that birdie feels like a major championship, and sometimes breaking 100 is worth celebrating. That's why I like Blue Run whiskey. It feels like an earned reward after a day on the course, an approachable sense of luxury. Blue Run combines exceptional craftsmanship with a fresh, modern perspective on whiskey. Every expression is carefully created with detail in mind, giving drinkers something unique to discover in every pour. And honestly, the bottles are incredible. French-cut glass and hand-applied butterfly medallions make them stand out on any bar cart. Treat yourself to something special after your next round. Visit BlueRunSpirits.com to discover all of Blue Run's expressions and find a retailer near you at BlueRunSpirits.com. Celebrate responsibly. Copyright 2026, Blue Run Spirits, Inc., Kentucky. All right, here she is, Emma Carpenter, on this week's Subpar.
All right, we have a very talented young lady joining us here today. She's a rising star in the sports media world. You've seen and heard her on the Golf Channel, PGA Tour Live, 5 Clubs podcast, and the Big Ten Network for both golf and football. Former University of Minnesota All-American scholar Emma Carpenter joins us. How are we doing, Emma?
Wow, I'm doing great. That was a very, very kind intro. Thank you, guys.
That's a long resume to get through, girl. We got to tighten it up a little bit.
Also, I think our first ever All-American scholar.
We don't have a lot of scholars. Gary
Woodland
just
just
missed. Yeah, by a couple.
When I was there,
dozens.
they were just giving it out.
But
Well, good for you.
Yeah, let's talk about this. I mean, you're going right now. You are on the rise. You're killing it in the broadcasting game. At what age did you know you wanted to get into this? I know you went to the University of Minnesota, and that was one of your focuses along with golf. But when did you know this is the area you wanted to get into?
Yeah, you know what? I actually decided that I wanted to go into broadcasting when I was going into school, and I knew that I wanted to play golf. I actually was a classically trained singer for a really long time, and I wanted to do vocal performance, and I wanted to act. But they told me that I could not play collegiate golf and also do vocal performance. So then I pivoted, and this was conversations when I was like 17. And my dad said, hey, listen, Emma, you've always been into writing. You always love people, and you love sports. Why don't we combine all of that with some of the performance experience you have on stage and instead do sports broadcasts? And I said, sure, that sounds awesome. Let's give it a whirl. And then I really just went full speed ahead. And right when I got into college and was playing golf for University of Minnesota, it was the dream that I started chasing. And I'm pinching myself every day now that we're doing it. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you're off to the races. You got a lot of stuff. I mentioned some of it there. How much thought did you give, if any, to like chasing it professionally in the golf world, or is that like pretty clear? I'm not going that route.
You know, when I was a sophomore in college and I went through spurts of playing well, because I would call myself a streaky player. And when I would go through periods of time where I was playing really well, I thought about playing professional golf. I loved to compete. Competing was honestly my favorite thing about the game. There was no better feeling to me than the high that came from pulling off a shot under pressure in a tournament when it's being recorded. It just felt so good, but I just had so many other things that I really loved. So I started doing the Five Clubs podcast. I started working for our Gopher Digital Productions, calling play-by-play, doing color commentary for men's and women's basketball, for volleyball, and getting involved in so many other things just outside of playing golf, that I was like, you know what, the pro golf lifestyle isn't for me, because that's just all golf playing all the time. And I still want to be involved in it, but I'm passionate about some other stuff. So maybe pro golf isn't for me, and I can still work in it, but pursue some of my other passions as well.
Well, if any of our listeners follow you on Instagram, they'll know you are on the go nonstop. Like, girl, I don't know how many flights you've been on this year. Do you have any idea how many miles you've flown this year? Because you are just, every time I look at something on you, you're in an airport.
Yeah, I appreciate you saying that. And actually, I was talking with somebody about this the other day. I would like to figure out how many flights I've been on, and I'm really fortunate, truly so fortunate. But yeah, it's been a long time, and it's usually kind of from one thing to the next. So I'm home in California right now, but I was gone for over 30 days. And then the trip before that, I was gone for about 25 days and only a couple of days in between. So we're kind of just living out of a suitcase, which I'm very lucky to have these experiences and get to travel what's lately kind of been, even internationally, and travel all over the country. It's a dream, and it's crazy. It is go, go, go.
Mm-hmm.
When you're gone for a month like that, ask me that, because like I'll be gone like a week, like maybe a week and a half. That's a long trip, and it's hard to get all this stuff. If you're playing golf and then you got to dress up for maybe a thing at night, how do you get through? I mean, I'm sure you got more clothes than I do for a month of packing. Like, how many bags is that?
Well, so I've been fortunate enough where I've gotten to the point where I have status on Delta to where I get like 3, I think it is maybe 4 free check bags, and they can all be overweight. So I really rely on that. And I'm like, all right, I can have overweight bags. Let's just pack anything and everything we think we could use. And then from there, we just figure it out. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm very type B, and I couldn't stress myself out with what we're packing and what's going to work. So I'm just kind of like, we'll figure it out.
I like that. That's good. Have you had any travel nightmare situations? Like, I was just coming from the Wyndham Championship, had an absolute disaster. Thought we were going to have to push this podcast, actually, but we made it. But when you travel as much as we do, you always run into a nightmare. What's the worst so far?
Ooh. Well, I mean, I've definitely gotten stuck overnight some places. That's not fun. Your original flight gets delayed and you miss a connection, and it was going to be the last flight out. Gotten stuck overnight a couple of times. There was a time where I was trying to get from Jacksonville to San Francisco in one night. I had a job at MC Monday morning, and I was finishing up a broadcast at the PGA Tour Studios Sunday night. And I needed to be there at like 8 a.m. on Sunday morning. And I missed my connection. And then I wound up being stranded overnight, but then found another flight out of a regional airport. So I pulled an all-nighter just to land like an hour before I needed to be on site, and then DoorDashed clothes.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Wow. I didn't even know you could do that.
Because my luggage didn't make it, because my luggage was coming on the other flight. Yeah. So then they wouldn't let me get my luggage. So then I was like, okay, I found another flight out of a regional airport, and then took that flight, and then DoorDashed myself clothes to the golf course.
That's brilliant.
I like that. I didn't know you could do that. I've done that with underwear before, by the way. When I get to the hotel and I'm like, damn, forgot. I knew you could do that. I didn't know you could do like full wardrobes though. But
I lost my golf clubs for a week coming back from Scotland this year too. Wow. So that was rough. But since I'm bouncing from place to place, then like my golf clubs kept on getting to the place that I had just left. So then they just had to keep on rerouting, and
I mean, Edinburgh and London Heathrow, I think they just collect golf clubs. Like, you'll walk in those places and there's just stacks of golf clubs everywhere. And everybody's like, yeah, I lost my clubs. I'm like, I know where they are. They're
yeah, I saw them. They were actually trying to sell them to me last week.
Yeah, they hoard them over there.
Yeah, I hit eBay. They got all the staff over there got a nice set of clubs. Before we get back to Emma Carpenter, a quick note from Nutrafol. You notice when your swing starts to change, and you definitely notice when your hair does too. If yours isn't looking as full as it used to, Nutrafol takes a different approach by targeting the root causes of thinning from within. They're the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand with more than 1.5 million people using their products. Nutrafol is a physician formulated and clinically tested, and instead of taking a one-size-fits-all approach, it's designed to target key root causes of thinning from within. There's real research behind it too. Nutrafol is backed by peer-reviewed studies and is NSF certified for sport, which is especially important when you want to know exactly what you're putting in your body. So if you started noticing some changes up top, maybe it's time to give Nutrafol a shot and make that hat optional. Head to Nutrafol.com, use promo code SUBPAR to get $10 off your first month subscription plus free shipping. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code SUBPAR. Now, back to Emma. Well, you're back home, you mentioned. I'm sure you're not here for long. You kind of got golf season winding down a little bit. At least we're coming down the final stretch. Football ramping up. Like, what's next up on the calendar for you?
Yeah. So definitely we've been in the thick of the season last couple of months. So been lots of long spurts of travel. Like this last trip I was on, I did ISCO Championship for Golf Channel, then straight to Punta Cana for Golf Channel, then straight to Minnesota for 3M Open working on site, then straight to Washington for a Golf Now shoot, and then straight to Jacksonville for a PGA Tour live broadcast. Now I'm home. I'm actually going on a trip for leisure. I'm going to Europe tomorrow, and then I leave and I go straight from Europe back to PGA Tour Live to do BMW Championship, and then I'm going straight on site to work for the Bay Golf Club at Tour Championship, the TGL team, and then I go straight to FM Championship, and then I get to come back, and then I get to play in the Grass League. So it's just kind of thing. And football season, I'm actually gonna super excited. Big Ten Network is hiring me to be a sideline reporter for a couple of football games on Big Ten Network this fall. So really pumped.
Sleaze, she's slightly more organized than you.
Well, I don't want to hear shit about I got to go to Memphis. She's flying to Europe and then Washington leisure. And Ponte Vedra, all over the place.
It's not organized, you guys, because it's all in my head.
Yeah, like, I get it.
That's how I operate best. Like I said, very type B. And thank goodness for my manager and her assistant. They're amazing because they can help me stay a little bit more organized. But it's all just kind of in the dome.
I like that.
In the dome. I like that.
Yeah. I can't handle it that way, but hey, it works for you. But you mentioned you do PGA Tour Live broadcast. You've been on course as well and doing interviews. You've basically done every job there is in golf broadcasting. What would be your dream job?
Wow. It's such a good question because it truly has fluctuated. And I think that I've really enjoyed taking the mindset of, I'm just going to try everything and I'm never going to say no to an opportunity. And I've been really lucky, especially too, you mix in some of the social media stuff and some of that kind of hosting and content and there's all kinds of different ways to be involved in media. And so I've been really lucky to try all kinds of different jobs, and they all differ based on who you're working for, who you're working with. It can all be a different experience, but I would say I've very much enjoyed doing the interviews. Golf Channel, post-round interviews, hits. I think that it's all really, really fun to be able to be a part of a really special moment, interviewing a winner right after their first win on the PGA Tour or whatever it might be, in a milestone in their career, in their life, being able to be a part of that moment and kind of let the golfer in me take over and ask them a lot of questions that I really want to know. It's been really, really special and high pressure, of course. So that makes it rewarding.
That's awesome. Yeah. I got to ask about one of your jobs real quick because I just thought of this, but one of them, you do the drop occasionally with Matt Every on the golf show. Yeah. Be honest. How many times does Matt Every screw up and have to do another take?
It's a safe space, Emma. It's like the safest space you've ever been in.
That's hilarious. Oh, Every's got it dialed. He's in there every week. I mean, because Every, having played as high of a level as he did, he's definitely in there as more of like the analyst type, even though we're not doing live sports. And he's such a such a killer personality that they kind of want him off the cuff a little bit more too. So, I mean, he's got a routine, but
that was a nice way of saying a lot.
Yeah.
That's funny though. That is funny.
Every time I see the camera come on, it's like, and he's got this little grin on his face. I'm like, I want to see what happened just the 15 seconds before. I feel like the outtakes of that show would be perfect.
You know, we've had him on here, and I've told him this. It cracks me up every time that a guy that was like a PGA Tour bad boy that argued with every official there was, every executive at the PGA Tour, now basically lives at PGA Tour headquarters.
Yeah, that is funny. Well, you know what? All the players love him totally too. So like every single time I'm out on site at any events, players are like, "Hey, do you work with Every?" So I mean, it's really cool that he's got that relationship with all the guys, and I mean, he'll tell you Matt loved playing on the PGA Tour, loved the whole experience. So like he lights up talking about it.
Yeah, and he was like a wild man on the and he's like straight down the pipe. I feel like a lot of the times on TV. Get him riled up a little bit if you can. I want to go back to the interview thing though, because you said that's the part you enjoy the most. I gotta know, because like there's a lot of great moments in that, but also especially in football, like these halftime interviews when you got to go interview like PJ Fleck and they're down 14 going to half and he's ready to rip a new asshole to his entire team, and you got to be like, "Hey, coach, you know what can your defense do better?" How are those interviews? I feel like there's got to be like a serious level of finesse with those.
100%. And you know what? It's the same thing in golf when you got to interview a guy who just missed the cut by one, or a guy who bogeyed the last hole to doubled the last hole to finish runner up in an event. You wouldn't interview somebody who missed the cut unless it was a unique situation. But in the same thing, football and golf are very different, because football, I mean, that coach is on his way at halftime to go talk to his team, like you said. So the last thing he wants to be doing is talking to you. And I feel like that's where I pull from. You know, I never played football, but that's where I pull from, just like being an athlete and like knowing what kind of tone to approach someone with, and like what feels respectful and what feels appropriate. I feel like as a reporter, you need to know what kind of energy to approach someone with. And you want to be quick, and you want to be efficient, and you want to be respectful of the fact that he's trying to win a football game. So it's not about you. This is about the story, and it's about the guy.
Have you ever had a bad one? You're like, "Oh shit, that didn't go well."
Bad question,
like
or bad
a halftime one
answer?
with a pissed off coach, or you ask him something he didn't want to be asked. I mean, I've seen it happen a million times. These guys are running pretty hot.
Yeah. No, not personally. Not personally, I wouldn't say so. I mean, and I really hope not. I've definitely asked questions where like I wish that I would have worded it a little bit differently. But also, when you're interviewing someone who's in a state of mind like that, like they probably leave and barely even remember what you asked them. I mean, it's like that's kind of the last thing on their mind. They're worried about talking to the team. They're worried about winning a game. So you can't beat yourself up too much, because at the end of the day, the product that you put out is what is most important in that moment. And then it's live sports, so we're on to the next thing.
I love that. And you mentioned, I mean, you're an athlete, you're a sports fan, and you've done it all. You've broadcasted golf, obviously doing some football. You've done hockey, I believe, volleyball. For you, as a fan watching, rank your sports and what you like to watch the most, maybe like out of the top 5 sports. Obviously, you have to include golf somewhere.
As a fan. Okay. Just the sport, or do I need to give you
your
like
favorite to watch? If you're going out with some friends on the weekend, and you're like, we got to watch this. This is my number one.
Oh, man, I tell you what, definitely, like I would put the NFL and then major championships in golf up at the very top. I think that what makes NFL so exciting is that, you know, golf is a long season, and it's on Thursday through Sunday. The major championships are really special. Every event is special in its own way, of course, but football is a shorter season. You know, your team plays once a week. So it's just the excitement and the hype around it is so much fun. And, you know, it's not on all day like golf is. And so I would put football, but then also the majors up there. And then actually volleyball. Okay. Volleyball is such a killer sport to watch. Very underrated, super exciting. And then basketball would take, basketball and volleyball are right there.
Okay.
all sports are great for different reasons. Like going to a baseball game is so much fun. Like one of my favorite sports to go to. I don't follow baseball as much, like throw it up on TV quite as much. And then same with hockey. Hockey is electric, but
in-person hockey, there's just nothing better, especially playoff hockey.
Yeah. Yes. Electric.
Love it.
Are you, so is NFL side, are you Vikings? Is that the team?
I grew up a Bears fan because I'm from DeKalb, Illinois, a little over an hour west of Chicago. So I grew up a Bears fan, but then when I went to school in Minnesota and the Vikings hired me a few times and got to moderate a Q&A with TJ Hawkinson one time, that was really cool. And then worked for the team on the social media side a few times. So at that point, I was getting some messages from my friends in Illinois being like, what are you doing? Because I was coincidentally always getting hired for Monday Night Football, Bears at Vikings. So then I'm posting all this stuff in Vikings gear and and everybody's like, are you kidding me? I'm like, hey, look, this is just business. It's not personal, but the Vikings are a fun franchise to root for.
Well, since you're a Bears fan, I just got to ask, like, how are they letting them get out of the city? What are we doing here, moving this stadium to possibly Indiana?
Dude, there's no way. I will be so shocked if it goes to Indiana. That should, I mean, who wants that to happen?
Nobody.
Besides people who live in Indiana.
Yeah. I mean, it's got to be close to the city. I mean, that's what that city's all about.
I know. And I mean, like, everyone kind of agrees that Soldier Field needs a big upgrade. Nobody really loves Soldier Field. But, I mean, it definitely can't leave the state. That's for sure.
Yeah. I didn't even know that was a possibility until I heard about it.
Here's your one. Better golf courses in Chicago or Minneapolis area?
This is a crazy hot take. Minneapolis area.
Wow. All right. Spring Hill.
Let's hear them. Give me like the top 5. Chicago's are pretty well known. Give me the top 5. Minneapolis.
Chicago's are well known, but what's cool, I mean, I would actually be interested to know which has more championship golf, because there's a lot of championship golf in Minnesota. I mean, the Ryder Cup's going back to Hazeltine, and personally, I wouldn't even say that Hazeltine is like in my top 3 of courses around that area. And they're all within like 30 minutes of each other. And Chicago, there's lots of great courses. And I mean, you're talking Chicago Golf, Butler, National, like tons of really, really crazy good places, but also not as easy to get to. They're all in way different areas. Minneapolis is like right around the Twin Cities. You got Hazeltine, you got Spring Hill, one of the best courses I've ever played. Spring Hill, Interlochen, Olympic Hills, one of my favorite places.
The home of Fernie.
You got Golden Valley, you got Minneapolis Golf Club. You got, lots of really good golf.
I love that you said Olympic Hills. I just 2 days during the 3M, I played there Thursday and Friday. Love that place. One of the best patios in golf too.
Oh yeah, it's brand new.
Yeah, they do. That place is great. I love it.
Yeah, you gotta when you're talking golf courses. For me, one day when I think about if I'm lucky enough to belong somewhere and be a member at a good course, you got to think about the hang.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's more important than the golf. It's got to be fun.
Yeah, I think about here in LA, like Bel Air has the coolest hang. And I love the course, but most people prefer Riviera. But it's just like, the golf, not the same level of people are hanging on the patio smoking cigars till 2 a.m.
Yeah. That's like night and day.
I kind of like that.
Like Bel Air. And that golf course is good too. It's not is it LA North or Riv? Maybe not, but it's a really good golf course. But like the actual vibe there compared to other ones that are great in LA, like it's not even comparable. Like that's the only place one of the only places you can go. A couple others. Yeah,
I played in the USM at Bel Air like 3 years ago, and then just fell in love with it.
Did you ever play it before they redid it?
The golf course or the clubhouse?
The golf course.
No.
It was so much harder. I mean, it was so narrow, tree line. They took out so many trees. I mean, it's like the first hole used to be a hallway going down the hill there. Now it's
really
great first tee though.
Yes, great first tee shot. No, that place is
Oh
sick.
yeah, with the LA skyline, it's sick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sitting on the patio, little blue run, cigar, watch some guys top it off the first tee.
Mhm.
What can be better?
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of blue run, tell us about your relationship with them.
Yeah, super, super pumped to be working with Blue Run this year. I mean, it's my first real long-term relationship with Spirit, and I think that I actually it was my first time trying it this summer as well, and we did a shoot here in Southern California, and just I tell you what, the Blue Run high rye bourbon whiskey, so good. And I tell you what, I have always really liked whiskey. I feel like that probably just goes right along with the golfer in me. It's probably pretty on brand. So I just feel like the golf and whiskey pairing is a pretty magical duo. And we did a shoot here in Southern California and had a drink after. We're trying their latest bourbon, and I think it's so smooth, so delicious. It's that kind of the bottle, everything about it's just that quiet luxury kind of feel.
Well,
Sorry,
I'll tell you
Phil.
this. We agree with you. It's delicious. We got it sitting right here. Nothing better on a little Monday afternoon than a little
Get
bourbon.
you through the day.
Get you
There's a little
going
less
here.
in it than there was when we got here.
Yeah, absolutely. It's love it. We're very proud to be partners with them as well. But that's such a cool thing y'all are doing over there at Blue Run. Before we let you go, we're gonna get to the E9 here. Have a little fun with this. Got some friends that might have submitted some questions, so this isn't on us. I'm gonna start with this one here, and I have no idea how this could go. But I heard back in your college days,
It's a good start.
the Ohio State program, the men's golf team might have liked you a little bit, and you might have had a little fun with them. Did you happen to send maybe a little video to the team?
This feels
I
promising.
cannot believe
This feels promising.
that this video has resurfaced.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. I've just been told about
Just heard about it. So you
Who
can say
told you?
anything.
Can't reveal
Yeah.
sources, Emma.
Yeah,
But if
we're
you want to
journalists.
comment on it, you can. You know, you're a journalist yourself. You don't reveal your sources.
Okay, is that the whole question?
I seriously have no clue
Is
what
there
this
something
video
we're
is.
missing?
If it's bad, you don't have to obviously say anything about it. We'd be like, nope, we're skipping this.
No, it's not bad at all.
Oh, good.
So basically, what happened? It's so funny, actually, and I forgot that I had even done this, but my assistant coach at University of Minnesota, Matt Higgins, he is the man. We're super tight. He's awesome, and he is good friends with the head coach at Ohio State and for the men's team. And then coach comes up to me and he's like, hey, says to me and my teammate, like, we're at practice. And he's like, can you take a quick video like for my buddy's team? He just wants you to call out a couple players' names and then say, oh, you guys should stop laying up on par fives and probably learn how to talk to girls.
Oh, damn, coach.
And then so we're like, sure, okay, sure. So we're like, oh, hey, so and so, who we'd never met, and we're like in our locker room, like, hey, so and so, you guys should stop laying up on par fives. Probably learn how to talk to girls. Just kidding. Have a great season. Play well. And then I'm at TGL working for the Bay Golf Club, and Neil Shipley it was the day he got the hole-in-one at TGL, first ever TGL hole-in-one. He was playing as a sub that day for the Bay, and he comes up to me and he's like, hey, Emma, you sent a video to my team just chirping a couple of my teammates, and it was so funny, and like this video has been circulating in our group chat for like a while. And I was like, and I at first I was like, wait, what? And I had no memory of it. I was
That's
like,
beautiful.
wait a second, what? And then I texted my friend and I was like, hey, did we send some video? And then she's like, yes, the Ohio State coach asked us to send a video chirping the players, like funny requests. So we just like did it. I was like, no kidding. That's so funny. And then Neil like sent it to me that night. He's like, hey, by the way, this is the video. Cause I asked him to send it to me. And I was like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot about that.
Beautiful. I love that.
Was Neil he wasn't one of the ones getting called out by name?
No, he wasn't the ones getting called out because I feel like then I would have definitely remembered it. Because at least if he was asking me about it, because then I was like, man, who were we talking to at the time too? I couldn't remember. It was so on a whim.
That's good. That's good advice too.
Yeah.
Quit laying up. Learn how to talk to girls.
Bet you didn't think we were going to get into that today.
Yeah. This next one goes back to when you were 12. No, I'm kidding. All right, Emma, you talked about it earlier. Like you want to go into like singing. You're a trained vocalist. And you've done a ton of like national anthems and performances. Give me the most nerve-wracking vocal performance you've ever had.
Ooh. Most nerve-wracking vocal performance. It would be definitely a tie between I sang the national anthem for the Big Ten Women's Basketball Championship game. It was sold out at Target Center, and it was when Caitlin Clark her last year in Iowa won the game. So it won the championship. So that was a really, really big one. That was the biggest crowd I sang for. But a close second would be it was the Gophers were playing UMD at Mariucci and hockey, and it was completely sold out, standing room only. So the sold out Mariucci was just the craziest feeling. I definitely slipped when I walked out onto the ice.
Oh.
And something for sure about singing and knowing that, like, all your classmates are there and your fellow athletes and stuff. It's vulnerable for sure.
That's cool though.
I have a question on that, follow up on that. Even though like we've all heard it 2 million times, we know the words backwards and forwards. Do you ever get nervous? Like, what if I just all of a sudden blank for a minute, forget the words?
I get that question all the time. And I would actually say the words are so burned into my memory. I feel like I've messed up a lot just in terms of I tried to do a riff or run and it didn't really pan out the way I wanted it to, but I've never forgotten the words. Knock on wood.
Solid.
Never forgotten the words.
Solid.
Job.
That's well done. I messed up my riff or runs time and again too. It's nothing to be ashamed of.
It happens to the best of us.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we mentioned you're part of the Five Clubs podcast, and the main man over there is one of our favorites, Gary Williams. And I'm sure, I don't know if you know him, but I know you've seen it over at the Golf Channel, Brandel Chambly. So I need to know, who do you think takes longer to get ready with all this nonsense they wear? Gary Williams or Brandel Chambly?
Oh, that's good. That's funny because they both are pretty buttoned up, and they both have long histories of doing TV studio.
Gary wears 8 layers.
Gary, there's no better dressed man in the world than Gary. And he's got great hair. They got to fight over that chair.
He really does, doesn't he? He really does. You know what?
Mm-hmm.
I know Gary really, really well. He's been an incredible mentor for me. I don't know Brandel personally. And I'm going to say Brandel is my guess only because as nice as Gary looks, I've never heard him talk about clothes or getting ready or anything. Every time we chit chat, it's golf and life. And not to say that Brandel would, I don't know for sure, but for a man who's always dressed to the nines, he has never wanted to talk about clothes or fashion or anything. Although one time his wife, bless her heart, came up to me and was like, "Hey, I got to tell you, you missed a belt loop in your pants."
You gotta pay attention to that stuff. The Williams know.
Gary would never. Gary would never.
No.
He has to travel with like 4 bags like you when he goes.
For a weekend.
I stayed with him at Augusta, and honestly, it's like not that bad. But he'll just pop out, go into a quick dinner, and he's like, I'm like, dude, what are we doing?
4
I'm
bags
in sweatpants. Yeah.
for a weekend trip.
Like, dude, relax.
Yeah. He's got it way more together than me. That's for sure.
Yeah, he's a good one. I'll give you, let's see right here. Give me just to this point in your career, if you had to pick one highlight, like the coolest moment you've had. Maybe you interviewed somebody or filmed something with somebody that stands out to you.
Wow. That is so hard. I've been so fortunate. You guys, I've been so fortunate. And I had to pick one.
Like I saw you did a thing with Adam Scott, like where you play. I think you played with them at it might have been Torrey, And
Adam
I think,
Scott and Billy
you played with him. I was
Horschel.
like, that's got to be pretty nerve wracking in front of the guy with
Yeah.
arguably the prettiest swing in the history of the game. And you're like, hey, watch me.
Totally. Walked with Ludwig Oberg for his practice round. Got to film with him and Minwoo Lee, and one of the first jobs I ever worked was filming with Jason Day. And I mean, just so many cool guys out there. I would say, you said the coolest thing I've ever done?
Yeah, just like a highlight from like media world.
I would definitely say that day at Torrey Pines with Billy Horschel and Adam Scott would be up there.
Yeah.
That would be up there for sure. Especially because it doesn't always happen, but my swing was feeling pretty good that day too. So, and it was, low pressure, just getting to hang out, film the content. Although, I mean, it's really tough to being live on Golf Channel. I really enjoyed doing Golf's Longest Day, doing the winning interview. I mean, when you have in your ear, and Emma, we're coming to you in 3, 2, we're going to send it down to Emma. It's like, I mean, the adrenaline is really hard to describe, and feeling like I was really present through it and just enjoyed it and got to celebrate the moment with somebody is there's really no more rewarding feeling. But yeah, I mean, and working with Titleist is really up there too. I mean, gosh, I got to film they let me bring my teammate, my best friend, the same one I mentioned earlier with the Ohio State story, Grace Curran, and she got to come with, and we filmed in the Bay Area for the release of Titleist's new T-Series irons. And they put out this, commercial and all the promo stuff. And it's like Ludwig Oberg and Justin Thomas hitting balls. And then it's me and Grace hitting balls. All of our college buddies are texting us like, are we looking at the right thing right now?
Awesome.
Are you guys actually in this video? So that's up there.
That's beautiful. All right, last one for me here, and I'm getting conflicting reports here, so I need you to clean this up for me. But you had a big match with Jay Bilas out at Pinehurst. Okay, one side of the story says you beat his ass like Tiger beat Stephen Ames at the match play back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
The other side of the story says that you should have been DQ'd and he actually didn't lose.
Wait, why should I have been DQ'd?
We don't know. I haven't heard that side of the story yet.
I'll just read you the comment, because I asked the man, Jay Bilas, heard she whipped your ass. She DQ'd. I was last one standing. At best, she was Roberto Di Vincenzo, which is back in the day, but that got DQ'd from the Masters.
Wrong scorecard.
Yeah. Should have been DQ'd. Oh, man, that's tough. You know what? I tell you what. Something I know for sure. Oh, Jay is going to kill me.
No, like I said, safe
something
space.
I know for sure. I did not have it that day. I bet he beat me. Gary played good. Greg Olson, he's the only one who actually should have been DQ'd, because he about walked off the course. And but I will say, granted, I was playing a little further up tee, but I'll never forget we were on the 11th hole in Pinehurst No. 2, and Jay's getting a number from his caddy like way back in the fairway, and Gary looks at me and he goes, I mean, seriously, what's going on here? He's 100 behind me. He's 75 behind Emma. What's going on?
Those two.
So, poor Jay was getting chirped for his length off the tee, but he was not. I do not think that I beat him that day. Definitely not.
According to Gary, you beat him like a drum.
Mm-hmm. I got the same report.
Bilas
Jay is a former attorney, though. By the way, he can twist the truth.
I love both.
He knows how to do it.
You're in good company. Those two are two of the best right there.
No question.
They really are. And we've got a big rematch. Jay and I have been talking about it for years. We got a big rematch at Charlotte Country Club. So hopefully someday.
Well, that place is just getting ready to reopen, I believe. Yeah, they're redoing it right now.
I've never been.
I haven't either.
Never been.
It's phenomenal.
But I've heard it's pretty spectacular.
No question. We had a little overlap there, so that's the final of the E9 there, Emma. We gotta thank you so much for your time. You're probably getting on a plane here in the next 10 or 12 minutes, so I'm sure you're gonna stay busy. But thank you so much, and keep up the great work with everything you're doing.
Cheers to you, Blue Run Spirits. You're amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys so much. You guys are the best. I'm really grateful you had me on.
All right, that was Emma Carpenter joining us on Subpar. I've never met her. in person until right then. Big fan.
Yeah, she's awesome. Just she gets it. Talking about clubs and the hang and all that. I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what matters. And busy.
Yeah.
Busy.
Those
with the
nerds over at
traveling.
Ohio State apparently don't know how to talk to
Laying
girls.
up like bums.
That's great.
Bums.
Bilas, we might need you to come on and defend yourself here. I'm not sure which way. She actually thought she lost.
Conflicting info. Yeah, Gary might have pumped her tires a little bit.
But she's awesome. Special shout out to her. Also, Blue Run Spirits. What a great team that is. Also, before we get out of here, Sleaze, give a little love to Astris Talley, who won the U.S. Women's Amateur at the Honors Course. And this week, stroke play is underway right now up at Marion. The U.S. Amateur is underway. So someone's life is going to change this weekend. Can't wait to watch that.
Did you ever play in it? Did you ever play in this?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, wasn't for me, really. One and done.
If you just made it to match play, things would
one
have
and
been
done.
different.
I was like, I'm looking for a bigger stage.
Just like if I would have stayed
The
pro.
Jicks.
If I would have stayed amateur, I mean, Trevor wouldn't have won the Masters in 2008.
Whole shit could look different.
He'd be a whole announcer. He'd be a whole announcer.
He'd be out there walking around Memphis.
But it's gonna be awesome, Marion. I mean, it's one of the greatest golf courses there is. It's gonna be awesome to see that on TV.
Yeah, legitimately one of my favorite golf events to watch the entire year. First day when they got 64 out there and there's just close matches everywhere. It's awesome. Yeah. Especially at a course like that, which I haven't played and really bad want to.
You have never played Marion?
I haven't played Marion.
Oh,
I know.
I know a few people.
I know. We can get it done. I just got to make my way over there. And I love Philly. You know how I love Philly.
You should go there in football season.
I love Philly.
Yeah.
Should go. I will go.
Go to the saloon as well.
That's right.
All right. That's going to do it for us. Hope everyone has a great week, and we'll talk to you on next week's Subpar.